start making calls.
All right, thanks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 187th. I think it's international. It may have been International Women's Day, but I think women should at least get a month. So we're going to say International Women's Month. I'm going to go in order of appearance. Ronald Ortman.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Who do you have?
We may have Carlos Ramirez, but he said that he was going to hire a different attorney than Jesus Lopez. So we're here just in case he didn't.
Your Honor, I am here, Your Honor, for representing Carl Ramirez. We did file a motion to sub yesterday afternoon.
All right. Let me see if we have that. And where is your client?
He should be on, Your Honor. And we spoke to him yesterday. He knows he needs to be here, but I have my staff attempt to get a hold of him as well.
All right, let me see if I have your motion of retained counsel. Oh, actually I do.
Yeah, I apologize for the late filing. We got a bunch of new staff members and they submitted a letter of rep without submitting a motion to sub.
No problem. So, Mr. Ortman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are excused.
Excellent. Thank you, Judge. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you so much for showing up.
Oh, you bet.
All right, I'm going to open up breakout rooms. When I open the breakout rooms, please do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically assign you to one. To all of the inmates, you're not allowed to use the chat box. If you use the chat box, you will be sent back. So Emmanuel, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Prosecutor will meet you there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And it's family violence.
Yes.
Christine McDonald, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Emily Rowland and Leticia Benavides.
And is that Emily Rowland? Is that CTD or criminal? I'm sorry, or family violence?
It's CTD, Your Honor. They both are.
All right. And who is the other person? You said Benavides?
Yes.
And what's the first name for Benavides?
Leticia? I had the wrong Zoom link, Your Honor. I just gave them the right ID, so they may still be signing in.
All right, thank you. Okay, why did you have the wrong Zoom link?
I'm not sure. When I put in the ID that was sent to me, it said that it was scheduled for yesterday. So I called and got the right one. I'm not sure what happened, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And Judge, can you make me a co-host?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, everyone, we'll wait till your attorney arrives.
I don't know. Let me double check.
They might all be out because of the water
That's
thing.
what I was told yesterday. They were all out due to the
Water. I have wondered the same thing and haven't been given the answer yet.
I can text her.
Hello, Rodolfo, who do you have?
Stephanie De La Seda, Your Honor. I don't know if she's on Zoom or not.
No, I don't see her here.
I tried to call her and I sent her an email. I had gotten a call from her during the weekend that said she was feeling sick, but I haven't been able to get a hold of her since.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's say Joel.
Hello, Joe Richardson. How you doing?
Judge Chris. Oh, Joe Richardson. Emailed me. Apparition.
Joe Richardson, are you there?
Nope, I can't just drink a cup of cream. I have to coffee.
Judge, is there a Carlos Ramirez on Zoom at all? I'm not seeing him.
No, he's not on Zoom yet.
Okay, let me close this one.
Joe Richardson, go to breakout room number 4, please.
Did Joel Richardson show up in here?
Yes, he's in breakout room number 4.
Okay. He sent me an email that said, his email I'm looking at is below. It says on March
here.
2nd.
He's here now.
My audio wasn't working.
Yes, Joe, you need to go to breakout room number 4.
Thank you. I got a new audio thing yesterday and apparently it didn't work this morning like it did last night. So,
All right.
thank you.
Robert
Thank you, Judge.
Valdez, who do you have?
Rene Garza, Your Honor. That's 2019 CR 13241.
Is it criminal trial division?
Yes.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 5. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Hee-Kyu Lee, who do you have?
Judge, I have Robert Hammond and He should be here, or maybe he's in the waiting room.
All right, and he's zooming in now. What is his offense? Is it criminal trial division?
Yes, it is. And I've already talked to Tom about it.
And who's your helper behind you? Are you paying your helper?
Well, she has appears to be a pretty bad sty in her eye. So of course, of all days, I'm pretty busy today and she's home,
Who's
but
that? Is that Harper?
yes.
Hi, Harper.
Tell her to stop watching dogs poop.
Okay.
David, you come on to bring that little kernel of knowledge. So what's happening with Mr. Hammond?
Judge, we were discussing two options. I think Q and her client made a choice. So I just have to get her final answer and then we'll start the paperwork. If you want to
Okay.
switch to breakout room.
Yes, I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to have a problem this morning, everyone. So the lady who just appeared in the green top, what is your name? You need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Unmute. There we go.
Yes.
Leticia Benavides.
So is your first name Hacker and your last name Bitch?
No, I'm sorry. I loaned my phone out and somebody put that. I put El Benavides. I don't know if my new name came out. No.
Well, so why do you think that's appropriate to come on Zoom in a courtroom with that as your name?
It's not appropriate. I tried changing it beforehand and I clicked there was like a link that said that you could change your name and appear with the number instead. And I clicked on that.
Don't
Again.
ever log on here with that name. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize.
The next time you come onto this Zoom with an appropriate name handle, you will have to appear in court. Do you understand?
I understand, Your Honor.
And I don't believe this story that you loan your phone out to somebody and for some reason they changed their name.
Okay.
What's your name?
Leticia Benavides.
Rodolfo, you're back.
Yes, ma'am. I talked to Marcus and I still haven't heard from my client, Your Honor. So, and I explained to him the situation. So I guess I'll wait until if she arrives or not.
All right, I'll give you until 10:30.
Okay. So can I come back at 10:30 then?
Yes, you can zoom in and zoom back at 10:30.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, Eli, who do you have?
Your Honor, good morning, Your Honor. I have Roger Villarreal this morning.
And is that criminal trial division?
It is, Your Honor. It's I believe it's a theft case.
Okay, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 7. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Are there any other attorneys on the Zoom? All right, everyone, then just give us a moment. Richard Garcia? You need to unmute Richard Garcia.
I'm here.
Hi.
Hi. how you
Your
doing?
client has it's criminal trial division.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8. Just be patient. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Robert Guyana. You have Manuel Rose.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 9. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Brenda Lovingstein, I'll send you to breakout room number 10. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Okay.
All right, Christine McDonald, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. I've received an offer May I speak to my clients? I'm not sure if they were able, if they're on the screen.
Letitia Benavides is here, who signed in under the name Hacker Bitch. And I've addressed that with her. So if you could address that with her again, because the next time she signs in with an inappropriate name, she will be required to be in court.
Understood, Your Honor, and I apologize on behalf of my client.
I'll send you to breakout room number 2 with her, and then we're waiting for your other client to show up.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. PQ, you're back.
Yes, Judge. I believe we're just waiting for paperwork. So if you don't mind, if I can go over the paperwork once I get it with my client and log back in.
Yes, and he's actually here on the Zoom screen.
Yes.
Do you want to go into a breakout room with him or no?
No, I don't need to. I can just call him if you don't mind.
Sure, that's fine.
Thank you.
Oh, and did you let Ms. Ferguson know what the agreement is?
Yes, I did. And I provided the paperwork. I mean, I'm sorry, the email address. Let me just, what I can do is, chat her also.
All right, Thomas Hilly.
I apologize. I had the wrong information. It looks like I clicked on the wrong information. Apologize.
Okay, no problem. I see you have Robert Vaquera. That's family violence.
Yes, I need an offer, please.
All right, and he also has a burglary, and I don't know if that's family violence as well, but I'll send you to breakout room number 11. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Emmanuel, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm back. Spoken to the DA's office, referred them, discussed an offer. However, for I don't know why, my client is not on it now. We spoke to him, or we emailed him yesterday. There might be some confusion because his previous attorney had called him and told him about the hearing, and we had told him, our client, that we had it covered, meaning that we were going to be there. I don't know if he miscommunicated to him that he thought that he didn't have to be on it because we said we got it covered.
Okay. Oh, well, I give people till 10:30.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So do you want me to leave the meeting and jump back on as soon as I get a hold of him?
Yes, you can, but there's someone coming into the Zoom right now that's labeled Galaxy A01. So
Okay.
Let's see who this is.
Perfect. And happy, would you say Women's Day? I have.
Oh, it's Women's Day. Yeah, it should be Women's Month.
Well, I have my wife and 2 daughters, and so it's pretty much every day.
Oh, okay. Well, as I say, give them a break. Let them one day not have to hold up the world. So
I'll let her know.
Mhm.
I think.
All right. Who is Galaxy A1? The lady who's in the Navy top, who's outside. What is your name? And you need to unmute.
Emily Rowland.
All right. How do you spell your last name? How do you spell your last name?
ROWLAND.
All right, your attorney's in the breakout room. Just remain there. And if you could find a position and remain stationary, please.
Ma'am.
Joe Richardson, you're back.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say good morning. I slept all night and then I fell back asleep again. I just woke up, but I'm ready to go now. I like your green sweater and your dragonfly pin there.
Well, thank you very much, Joe.
Your Honor, my client, I get along really well with my client. He called several weeks ago. I told him that, he had one indicted case, and then Marcus told me that he had several unindicted cases, and I asked Marcus, I said, do you think we should wait? But he said your policy is to give these people until 10:30 to show up.
Yes.
I called the AA Best Bonds. They said they would try to call him. I called him, got an answer machine. I called the second number, no answer. So even though I get along really well with Isaac, I didn't really want to see him back in jail again. I'm not sure if I think the state might be ready today, but I don't know if the last time we talked, I told Isaac that the state was not really excited about him being on probation again.
All right. Well, I'll give him till 10:30.
Okay, I assume that he would not want to go to prison today if the state offered him prison, but we never arrived at that conclusion. So I guess we're still conferring, but Isaac may or may not call me before 10:30.
All right, I'll give him till 10:30. If you need to zoom out somewhere else, that's fine, but I'll give him till 10:30.
Okay, and I hope your office, I hope the plumbing situation is the carpet dried out and everything. I heard your office got flooded out.
Yes, it did. And for some reason, the powers that be, whoever they are, have decided that how you solve a water issue is you shampoo wet carpet.
To me, I would rip the carpet out and ask him for new carpet. That's what I would want. So.
Well, that's what I'm trying to have happen, but people just want to shampoo wet carpet.
1,500.
So.
Okay, Judge. Good luck with that. If I had, I said I would go to Ron Hill. He's very powerful around there. Maybe Ron Hill can get you
just one moment, Joe. Emily Rowland.
Yes, ma'am.
You're in a courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
You're in a courtroom. There's no makeup happening while you're in court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Joe, I'll see you back at 10:30.
Okay, I was hoping for the best. And like I say, Isaac and I get along really well. I assume that I can help him like I help everyone else out to the best of my ability. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Just zoom back in at 10:30, or you can hang around till 10:30.
Thank you. And I don't clean carpet either. I get rid of carpet. I don't clean carpet.
Okay.
I got a dumpster here. All my carpet will be on the dumpster in about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if my apartment manager will go along with that or not. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Judge, if you have a moment, could you send Garza to room 5?
All right, Mr. Garza, I'm sending you to breakout room number 5. Your attorney will meet you there. All right, and then there's Eli Rico is in breakout room number 7 waiting for CTD. Richard Garcia is in number 8 waiting for CTD. Robert Guyona, 9 CTD. Braden Levinstein, number 10 CTD. All right, Todd, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 12. Someone from Criminal Trial Division will meet you there.
Me? Talk one. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Eli Rico, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, what we're doing, we're working out an agreement on restitution in the case. And so we still need, a reset on the matter. I've already talked to them. We're trying to work it out on our end of it. And we should, in the next few weeks, make considerable progress toward restitution towards some of the victims in the case, Your Honor.
All right, who are you conferring with?
I didn't grab his name, Your Honor.
All right, is it Marcus
It was
Sanders?
Marcus. I believe it was Marcus. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Okay, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
no problem. So what is the amount that needs to be paid?
Well, right now, he's going to make about a $15,000 payment that he's making towards this case. And the idea was that we were going to work it out by getting him to pay off all of these checks that apparently in question here, Your Honor.
All right, so what's the alleged total?
The alleged total was about, I believe it was about $60,000, Your Honor. He has paid a good amount of it, but he's working on it. He's got about another $15,000 that he needs to pay pretty quickly here.
So what's the amount that has already been paid?
My understanding is that he's paid about $15,000 into it. That's my understanding.
So, Mr. Villarreal,
Yes, ma'am.
when will this be paid off?
In total, I'd say a couple, 2, maybe 3 months, ma'am.
All right, Norma, on Mr. Villarreal,
Yes, ma'am.
we're going to recall this in 3 months. And at that time, Mr. Villarreal, because you're telling me in 3 months it will be paid off, you need to have paid it off. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, can you give us a date, 3 months, and put it at the end of the month?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. My computer. I can do June 30th.
All right, so we're recalling this for June 30th.
Very well, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing else, then you and your client are excused.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank
You have a good day, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, you too.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, is Robert.
Just one
Valdez.
moment. All right, Robert Valdez.
Yes, I need to get back with Mr. Sanders in the breakout room again. We're conferring.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3. Richard Garcia, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. I talked to Mr. Sloan, and he informs me that Mr. Judkins has some victim related cases that are coming down the line. And so we're going to wait on those.
Who is Mr. Sloan?
It's
Marcus.
me.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Is there someone new I don't know about?
Marcus Sloan.
All right, so here's the
only.
question. Where is your client?
That is a question that if I had $100 for every time I was asked that, I would be retired now.
Okay. All right, well, I give everybody till 10:30 to appear.
Okay. I'll try to come back, Judge, but I am swamped today. Today, the whole year, I haven't been swamped today. I'm every 15 minutes, I'm on a different Zoom.
All right, well, just zoom back in at 10:30. It will be rather short.
Okay, I'll try. If not, I'll as soon as I'm off at 10:30, I'll pop in. Is that okay?
All right, yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good seeing you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Judge, is Robert Becerra on the screen at all? He should be an in. No, he's
No,
not.
he's not on the screen. And you say he's an inmate?
Well, that's what the defense attorney said to me, but I don't see him. I think he's on bond.
Yes.
Okay, let me go let Mr. Hilly know.
All right, thank you. Norma, can you check to make sure that Mr. Robert Becerra is on bond and not in custody?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge, it looks like he is in jail.
All right, can you see if you can?
Yeah, let me see if I can try to get him. Give me one
All right,
second.
thank you. Mr. Hilly, we're going to see if we can get your client here.
All right. Do you think I can be excused for maybe until 10:10 for another Zoom real quick?
Well, let's just see how long it's going to take
Okay.
for your client to get here.
Okay.
And once she gives me an ETA, then you can be excused. But I'd hate for him to be Zoomed on and then you're not here.
Your Honor, can I talk to Jordan Brown one more time?
Yes. Let me see. If you'll go back to breakout room number 2.
Okay.
And wait, before you leave, let me put on your handle that you're waiting for Jordan Brown. So they will see it.
They said to give him about 10 minutes, Judge.
All right, your client will be here in 10 minutes, Mr. Hilly. Jordan, if you could go back to breakout room number 2, Christine needs to confer with you again. All right, Robert Guyana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, who do you have?
Judge, I got 2 of them. Manuel Rose. I just forwarded just before I logged on the corrected email for the Zoom link. So I don't know if he's appeared.
No, he hasn't appeared yet. I'll give him till 11.
Okay. If he does appear, then the DA will give us an offer based on that appearance. Because right now I had informed him that I don't have any records of any personal contact with him. I do have contact with his son.
Okay. And then you also have Edward Rangel.
Yes, ma'am. On Edward Rangel, he should be in custody. And we have an agreement.
Okay, as soon as your client appears, Norma, if you can make sure they get Mr. Edward Rangel here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, and if you could put in the chat box to Norma Ferguson what the agreement is. All right, Robert Valdez, you're back.
Yes, Judge, we have an agreement. The only problem is that if we could do it this afternoon, I've got about 4 Zooms this morning, one in District Court in Guadalupe that they're waiting on me. It would be, we could get it done today, this afternoon, if it's okay.
All right, where's your client?
He's in jail.
All right, this is the only problem with that, is the fact that the jail is bringing him over. And so we'll have your inmate here on the screen, but nothing will be happening. So if you can see if you can sort of juggle.
I can.
Do both. That would be greatly, the court would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, well, I certainly would try, but sometimes when they hold you hostage in other courts, it's difficult, but I can try, Judge. Because
well, this is what you can do to other courts, and I probably shouldn't put it on YouTube. Maybe your electronics won't be working well. They'll only work for the 187th. I don't know.
Yeah.
Norma, can you make sure Mr. Rene Garza is here, please?
Yes, ma'am. Can you check your chat, Judge?
Yes. All right, thank you. So when do we need to recall him? Can you put that in the chat box, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Norma, this has been going on since February 23rd. I guess it's still going on, but okay.
We can probably do it March the 8th, Judge. Maybe give him another week.
Okay.
Are we talking about Mr. Garza?
No, it's something different.
Okay.
Mr. Guyana, your client, Edward Rangel, is in quarantine. So it's going to be recalled for March 8th.
Okay. And then Judge, on the other gentleman, I'll just log back on around 11-ish, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Garza's on his way.
Thank you. And Mr. Valdez, if you will put in the chat box to Norma Ferguson what the agreement is, please.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I announce on Ms. Benavides?
Yes.
Judge, I spoke to my client and the state. I believe we should be able to wrap this up soon. The state is considering resolving this case. I need to get with County Court 13 regarding an offer on the misdemeanor case, Your Honor. If we could just have one more setting, this should be resolved soon.
So what is the resolution supposed to be?
The state is considering dismissing this case if we're able to get her into a program through the county court, Your Honor. But I still need to speak with those prosecutors as well as the attorney that's assigned to that case.
And when is this going to be done?
I'm going to ask my client to come in next week, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, can you set this the fourth week in March, please? Letitia Benavides.
Yes, ma'am. We'll bring her back on April 2nd.
April 2nd. Thank you, Judge. Can I speak to my client one more time?
Yes.
Thank you. Is she excused once we're finished?
Yes. I'll send you all to breakout room number 1. All right, and Mr. Valdez, your client, Mr. Garza is here.
All right.
So I'll send you to breakout room number 2. Who's doing the paperwork for you?
Mr. Saunders.
All right, are you Renee Garza?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. Your attorney will meet you there to go over paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Garza, go to breakout room number 2. Do you see at the bottom of your screen where it says breakout rooms? All right, Ms. Levinstein, you're back.
Yes, I am. I spoke with the state and got an offer.
Okay, and where's your client?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. We were in contact. We were in good contact for quite a while, and I haven't heard from her recently. But I haven't tried to contact her bondsman and do all that because I've just been kind of swamped. My mom passed away in January, and
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Trying to play catch up since then.
Okay.
But so, and she had 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, and I was only on one of the felonies Michael Young was on all 3 other cases, but the state's telling me that they've dismissed the other felony drug case based on their internal policy. And so he's given me an offer. I just want a little time to try to find her.
All right, if you want to zoom out and zoom back in at 11, I'll give her until 11.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, can I speak to my client, Emily Rowland, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Rowland, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 to speak with your attorney.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes, my client is on the link. He's just needing for you to allow him in or invite him, or I don't know how that works.
No, as soon as he logs in, then a notice will pop up on the screen that he's logging in, and then I will let him into the room.
Okay, he communicated that he was already in. I guess there's no notice of that?
No, he hasn't announced his name. Carlos Ramirez, where are you? There's no Carlos Ramirez here.
Well, he's telling me that he can't get in because he's waited to be let in by the host.
No, do you have an email address for him?
Yes, I do.
All right, if you'll put it in the chat box.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, and Norma, if you can see if you can send Mr. Ramirez the link, please.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I see
Yes.
Robert Valdez is talking to his client. Did he tell the court that we had an agreement?
Yes, he did.
Okay, but he's coming back in the afternoon, or is he going to do it this morning?
No, he's going to do it now. He's just waiting for paperwork.
Okay.
All right, Todd, what is happening with your client?
I just conferred with Marcus. I have an offer. I'm still trying to get a hold of my client. I have two numbers and I have not been able to get through to either one. One of them says voicemail box has not been set up yet. The other one says the number is no longer in service. And I got the number from AA Best Bond too, one of them. So
Okay.
I just need more.
Just give me 1 second.
Sure. It's on Lado Martinez, I'm sorry.
All right, Michael Collins.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Oh, just fine. Who do you have?
I have Nathan Estrada, Your Honor.
All right, that is family violence. I'll send you to a breakout room and a prosecutor will meet you there. Let me see
Thank
what
you, Your
room
Honor.
we have available.
Appreciate it.
I'll send you to breakout room number 13.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, family violence. Michael Collins is in 13. All right, Mr. Hilly, we're just waiting for them to bring your client in, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, isn't the Carlos Ramirez the one with the picture? Is that him or no? No.
No, that's not him.
Right? Okay. I already sent the email out.
All right, thank you. And Norma, do you have an ETA on Thomas Hilly's client who's in jail, Robert Vaquera?
And Judge, they said they were going to take about 10 minutes. Let me call them.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Judge, can you send Nathan Estrada to 13 to confer with his attorney?
All right, and which breakout room number would that be?
Number 13, Judge.
All right, Mr. Estrada, if you'll go to breakout room number 13, please. All right, the person who's labeled as iPhone, could you unmute and show your video, please?
I know, dude.
What is your name?
It's Angelica. It's Angelica.
All right, is that your first name, your last name?
Torres.
Who's your attorney?
David Garcia.
All right.
Go.
And Norma, can you see what the holdup is for David Garcia, please?
Judge, he said he'll be here in a few minutes. He's stuck in jail court.
All right, thank you. All right, Carlos Ramirez.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your attorney?
Me, Your Honor, Emmanuel Alvarado.
All right. So I'm going to send you to a breakout room to confer with your attorney.
Okay,
All right, and I'll send you all to breakout room number 3.
thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Now, can I make an announcement?
Yes.
I've spoken with prosecutor and then I've gotten an offer. I've almost briefly spoken with my client. I've got about one more video left to review on this case. There was quite a few of them because a lot of cops showed up on it. I just need a little time to redo that. I'm also trying to meet with my client in my office to go over everything that I've seen and the police reports, Your Honor.
All right. How much time are you requesting?
30 days, Your Honor, or so, somewhere around there.
All right, Norma, can you give them a 30-day reset on
Yes, ma'am.
Nathan Estrada?
I'm sorry, on March 30th?
Are there any other dates? I've got 4 cases already that morning. 2 of them felonies. I've got
April 1st.
April Fool's Day it is, Norma.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right.
May I be excused, Your Honor? My client be
Yes, you and your client are excused. See you on April 1st. Mr. Vaccaro, can you please go to a breakout room? And Mr. Hilly, if you can go to breakout room number 4, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we're ready if you are, Your Honor.
Yes,
Is Mr. Ramirez on? Did he leave the break room?
yes,
Should-
he's here.
Okay, I have conferred with my client, Your Honor. And at this time, we would request a reset. I'm aware that they've had previous resets in the past, Your Honor. But I was hoping that in order to properly represent my client, that I'd be given an opportunity to review the discovery. And once I do so, once again, begin interactions with the DA's office.
All right, so here's the thing. An offer was tendered to your client
In January.
December 5th, 2019. The court gave him on January 26th, the court gave him a plea deadline date of February 12th. And here we are in March 2nd. And it appears that Mr. Ramirez keeps hiring attorneys. State, do you have any objections to the court extending the plea deadline date for a week?
No, Judge, no objection.
All right, so I'm going to extend his plea deadline for a week. After that, the court will not offer any further extensions. And after that, Mr. Ramirez, if you decide to enter a plea, the court will only accept a plea that's open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, and I really do appreciate you.
Norma, can you recall Carlos Ramirez for next week, please?
Your Honor, just to make sure that we're on the same page, Your Honor, when you say an open plea to the court, are you saying that where you would assess the punishment, Your Honor, or it's going to be
Yes.
basically a plea bargain?
I will not accept a plea agreement. If you were to enter a plea agreement with the state, the court will not accept it. So your client would have to plea open to the court, and the court will do whatever the court feels is just.
Okay, and then, however, if he did choose to accept the plea agreement today, you would accept the plea agreement?
Well, again, if the plea agreement is appropriate, of course, I will accept it. But if he decides to do a plea today, I will hear it and look at it and see if it's acceptable. And if I find that it is just and acceptable, then I will accept it today.
Okay, Your Honor. Okay, if you could send us to a breakout room, Your Honor, so I could let my client know between an open plea and a plea agreement.
All right, I'll send you all to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thomas Hilly, you're back.
I would like to talk to the state briefly, Your Honor. Family violence.
All right, family violence. If you could go to breakout room number 3, please, with Thomas Hilly. All right, Christine McDonald, you're back on Emily Rowland.
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm sorry, can I briefly talk to Mr. Brown again on this client?
All right.
Thank you.
Jordan Brown, if you could go to breakout room number 1 to speak with Christine McDonald, please. And Christine, if you could go back to number 1.
Thank you, Judge.
And Thomas Hilly, I've sent you to breakout room number 3. And could a criminal trial division prosecutor go to 3, please? Todd, you're back.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what is happening with your client?
On Lateral Martinez, I have an offer for Marcus. I just need to continue to try to get a hold of my client.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this. Norma, on Lauro Martinez.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to recall that for tomorrow. I'm going to give your client till tomorrow to appear.
Okay, so now I'll get a new invite, Zoom invite and all
Yes.
that?
And
Okay,
it will be for tomorrow.
fair enough. Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
You're welcome. All right, Rodolfo Zepeda, you're back.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is happening with your case?
Ms. De La Sorda
Haven't been able to get a hold of her, Your Honor, and I don't think she's on Zoom. I
All
don't know
right.
in the courtroom.
Norma Undella Zerta,
Yes, ma'am.
we're going to recall that tomorrow. I'll give your client until tomorrow to appear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.?
Yes,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
you're
Maybe-
welcome. You're excused.
Your Honor, we may have an agreement on my case. May I speak to Ms. Rowland one more time, please?
Yes. Ms. Rowland, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6. And Christine, if you'll go to 6, please.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, may I address the court?
Yes.
My client would like to accept Mr. Brown's offer. Can we get that done today, or would this need to be reset for a plea?
No, we can get that done today. If you put in the chat box to Norma Ferguson what the offer is and also your client's email address.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Thomas Hilly.
I couldn't find, nobody came. Was I in the right room, Your Honor? Maybe?
Yes, who are you waiting on?
Family violence.
All right, could someone from family violence go to breakout room number 3, please?
Thanks.
So if you go to number 3, someone will meet you there.
Yeah, Judge, if you could make me a co-host, I can go.
Thank you. Joe Richardson, you're back.
Yes, ma'am. As previously stated, the last phone call I had with him several weeks ago was very friendly and cordial.
All right, Joe, what I will do, I'm going to recall your case for tomorrow.
Okay.
Got to give you a chance to get your client in, okay?
Okay. Like I say, Judge, I appreciate the one-day reset, and God bless you and your court.
Oh, thank you so much, Joe. You have a great day.
Good. And I sincerely hope they give you new carpet. If I was you, I wouldn't give up.
All right, I'm going to fight to the end.
I'm good at hounding my apartment manager. Maybe you should give me that assignment to hound them for new carpet for you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I don't mind hounding people if he deserves something nice. Okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Norma, Isaac Corta is going to be recalled for tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we're back.
Yes.
Okay, is the client on?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, as you're aware, Your Honor, the motion for substitution of counsel was entered yesterday, and I understand that this case has been going on for a while. I just feel, Your Honor, in order for me to best advise my client, I would need ample opportunity to review the discovery on this case, Your Honor. And so I would beg the court that you give us a week for a plea agreement so that I can review the discovery, Your Honor. And then at the next court setting, if we do not have one, I understand that you'll have to reject any other future plea bargain agreements and have an open plea. But I would ask, Your Honor, if I could have a week to review that discovery.
Norma, can you recall Carlos Ramirez for next week, please?
Yes, ma'am, March 12th.
All right, we will see you back on March 12th, and that will be your plea deadline, Mr. Ramirez. There will be no further extensions of plea deadlines. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. You and your attorney are excused.
Your Honor, and that we would be able to take a plea agreement by next week.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your kindness.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll call you right now, Carlos.
Thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor, my case would be a plea. I just chatted Mr. Martin my email address so he can provide me the paperwork.
All right, and could you make sure that Ms. Ferguson knows what the agreement is?
Okay, Ms. Ferguson, can you hear me?
Yes, she can hear you. If you can put it in the chat box, what the agreement is, please.
Okay, I do that now.
All right, David Garcia, I'll send you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor from Family Violence will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, David, if you go to 1, thank you.
Judge, Attorney Robert Valdez sent me an email that he needs to share screen.
All right, I do have it on share screen. Have him come back to the main room. I'll make him a co-host and we'll see if that can happen. If he'll come back to the main room and see, Norma, if the deputy is in there and I can make them co-host as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Tom, you're thinking 30-minute break now is good.
Yeah, I mean,
Judge, can you send Ms. Torres into the breakout room with David Garcia?
Yes. Ms.
No.
Torres, if you go to breakout room number 1, please. All right, to the clerks, if you could go into the breakout room number 2, please, whoever's going to swear in Mr. Garza.
I haven't got the plea pack on that one, Judge. I just got the one on Robert Hammond.
All right, and let me see where Mr. Hammond is not on yet.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready to go with my client, Your Honor.
All right, what is your client's name?
Bexar, please. I have paperwork already filled out.
Okay, I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you.
All right, HQ, as soon as your person logs in, the clerk
Yes.
will swear you in.
Okay, I just texted him to log back on.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Garcia, you're back. You're muted.
Just saw that. I am back, Judge. Laura and I have been conferring, and she's made me a great offer. Unfortunately, my client needs some time to go through things with her family before she makes a decision on taking this. So
All
I
right, she needs to
apologize
come
for all
back.
the change.
She
If we
needs to come back to the main room.
Okay. And Judge, if we can have a week, that should do it.
Okay. All right, just have her come back to the main room, please.
All right, let me go back to the breakout room and bring her back.
All right, to the clerks. If you'll go to breakout room number 3 and swear in Mr. Hammond, please. And Mr. Hammond, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, please. All right, Norma, can we have a return date for Ms. Torres for next week?
Yes, ma'am, the 10th.
All right, we'll see you back on March 10th.
9 a.m., Judge?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Is my client excused, Judge?
Yes.
All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Bye, David.
Bye, Laura. Thanks.
Mr. Hammond? Well, there's going to be a little problem. All right, Norma, I'm going to put in the chat box the attorneys we still need to come.
Yes, ma'am.
Can,
Yes.
to what is one of the clerks,
Mhm.
a question.
All right, Lupe? All right. Lupe stepped out, so we
Okay.
have Robert. As soon as Robert finishes swearing in, I'll send you, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, he's swearing someone in and he'll be able to answer your question.
Well, I'll just wait till he's done. It's no rush. Great.
No, just like. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. So, like, new restaurant rooftops and bars, like that every time on out, so. It's the chef right here. So, oh, yeah. No, really. Yeah, there's like meat picking everywhere. I just grew up there because I got
Is that the theme from Paw Patrol?
No, that's different. I know that one though. Paw Patrol, be there on the double.
Okay,
good.
see, you
Who's your favorite
guys,
one? Who's your favorite one? Don't lie.
Rocket.
No. Rocky, you
Yep.
mean?
Rocket.
Oh, Rocket. They got a new one then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although
Okay.
my kids, their favorite though is Daniel Tiger. Like 90% of show viewing at my house is Daniel Tiger.
who is Daniel Tiger and what does he do?
He is a new version of Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, the family, everything production has been turned into a cartoon, and the new version iteration of that show is Daniel Tiger. So there's always a lesson.
Oh, just one second, I'm sorry. I need to make you co-host, correct? What is happening, Thomas?
Oh, is Robert back?
Yes, Robert is back.
Yeah, I can just ask him on here.
Oh, just one second though.
Okay.
Thomas, what is going on?
We have a plea ready when the court gets the paperwork.
Ah, okay. I don't have any paperwork on Vaccaro. Has your
Maybe-
client completed it?
Oh, yes, he signed it all with the help of the, maybe it takes a second maybe to get to you, maybe.
All right, I'm checking my box and then just give me a moment. And Robert, Tom says he has a question for you.
All right.
Not you, Thomas.
Yeah, Robert. Sorry. All right, Mr. Vaccaro, I don't have the actual plea packet unless that's slowly coming through.
Yeah, it should be slowly going to the clerks.
Judge, on Mr. Hammond, he's having audio problems. So he should have logged off, and I think he's going to try to get back in right now.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
And do you have all the paperwork on Vaccaro?
Yeah, I think it's slowly coming in right now. I'm going to go through it right now.
All right, thank you. All right, and then Mr. Hammond is joining us. And Robert, if you could just swear in Mr. Hammond from this main room then.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Hammond? Mr. Hammond? I'm sorry, we can't hear you. You need to click on the audio. right, and Robert, the plea paperwork is coming on Vacara.
Oh,
Well, I have a couple for you. Do you have them on already?
Judge, by chance, did Mr. Judkins come in?
No, he did not. Just one moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this case for tomorrow. So between now and then, if you'll try to get in contact with your client.
Who, me?
Yes, so it will be recalled for tomorrow at 9
Judge-
a.m.
Judge, I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow because I'm on a flight tomorrow at 9 a.m. And
I wonder where you're going.
I'm going back to tropical paradise.
I know.
I'm too cold here.
So when are you going to make it there?
My flight leaves at 7 in the morning and I don't arrive till 1 in the afternoon.
Ugh.
All right, Norma. Can you recall Mr. Jenkins? Just recall that for March 4th.
Okay.
That's March 1st is perfect.
March 4th.
Okay. Thank
All
you,
right.
Judge.
All right. I'll see you March 4th at 9 a.m.
Bright and early.
from Tropical Paradise.
Yes. Can't wait.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Robert Valdez on Mr. Rene Garza.
Yes, I've been waiting for Marcus in the breakout room. to discuss
Marcus,
the problem. Mhm.
could you go to breakout room number 1, please?
Thank
Mr.
you.
Valdez, if you go to 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. Can we text?
All right, Mr. Hammond, can you unmute for me, please?
Judge, I don't think this audio is working at all. We've been dealing with this. He is
All right.
off.
HEQ, let's let's like not put that in the universe right now.
Okay.
We're gonna cross our fingers and we're gonna see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll figure something else out. Mr. Hammond?
Yes,
It looks like he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
All right, Mr. Hammond, if you can hear us, give me a thumbs up. All right. So Brenna, what do you think is wrong with his audio?
He may need to allow the microphone for the Zoom app. So you have to go in the phone settings, the settings for the actual phone, and then allow microphone for Zoom.
Judge, could you send Mr. Valdez back to room 2?
I'm sorry, who?
Robert Valdez.
Valdez. All right, Mr. Valdez, if you go to breakout room number 2, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Haley, can you hear me?
I can.
I believe the discovery is still sitting in your email.
Oh, I apologize.
All right, let's see if Mr. Hammond can get this done. If not, we'll figure out something else.
Yeah, he said he would go to the courthouse, but I just didn't know what your schedule was like.
Oh, we're here from 9 to 5.
Okay, well, I texted him about trying to fix that on the settings, but I don't know if he got it.
All right, Mr. Hammonds, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to ask you a question. Are you able to go on your phone settings? Okay, so have you clicked on your phone settings? And do you see where it says, what is it supposed to say, Brenna?
Is it an iPhone?
Do you have an iPhone?
No.
All right, Samsung, and he has an Android. Mr. Hammond, let me just tell you, I don't appreciate the fact that you're saying that you have an Android, because I have an Android, and now you've put me on the spot because I'm supposed to know how to do that, and I don't. So let me look at my phone for a second. Actually, if you have Zoom downloaded on your phone, there should be down at the bottom, it should have a headset. All right, you need to click on that, and don't do dial in, say come in over the internet. It asks you if you want to dial in or come in over the internet, and you want to come in over the internet. So if you click the headphones, okay, let me ask, do you see where it says headphones? Yes or no?
Oh.
Ah. Just 1 second, let me see.
Judge, can you throw Mr. Vaquera in a breakout room with me so I can swear him in really quick?
Oh, no, you can go ahead and swear him in if he's on.
Can we do it out here?
That's fine. Yes.
Okay. Mr. Vaquera, can you unmute yourself really quick?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me? And you are Robert Vaquera, the defendant listed in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have here with me the court admonishments as well as the court stipulations. Did your attorney explain these documents to you, and is everything listed and attached true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
It's also your desire to enter into a plea today and waive your right to a jury trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're going to put China now. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hammond, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Zoom on my phone. And let me see here. And Robert, I'm just signing the discovery on Mr. Vaquera.
Judge, I sent you a text.
Maybe. Let me see though first. Norma, what is the ID number for this Zoom? Can you put it in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to walk you through, Mr. Hammond, since you put me on the spot with an Android. Curses. Because Brenda, what is happening to him has happened to me on an Android before. Let's see, 9, 6, 0, 6, 8, 9, 6, 5. Okay. Yeah, I'm signing out. This is what you want to do, Mr. Hammond. Thank you. At the bottom, you should see a headset. And on that headset, you want to click on it. Yes, on your phone. Do you see it? No. It's an icon on your phone. Just 1 second. I'm going to show you the picture. You see the headset?
Actually click it.
No, if I click it, it's going to ask me.
Yeah, but he need actually tap the headset.
Yes, tap the headset. Oh, no, tap the headset on your phone.
Oh, he doesn't have it.
Ah. You don't see it at the very bottom of your phone? Okay, show me your phone, Mr. Hammond. Turn it around to me.
I don't think he can do that.
Ah. Okay.
Like tap the screen and you should see the icon.
All right, yes, on your phone, tap the screen anywhere.
And then actually tap the headset.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. All right. So here's the thing, HQ. If he's able to call in, but keep his video on, we can do that, but I don't think he can do that.
Yeah, I don't know. How about, what if I did this? Like, what if I have him, like, you can hear him through my phone?
Yes,
But,
that's
I don't know
fine.
if he can, well, but I don't know if he can then be on like video. I don't know if he knows how to do that.
Yeah, I just need him on video unless somebody is going to excuse him from being on video and we only have his voice.
Well, who can excuse him?
It would have to be, no, it would have to be a prosecutor.
Right.
Say
Well,
they have
I've been
no
talking to Tom. Yes, and maybe I can like talk to Tom about what we can do. Make this
Okay, he
easier.
stepped away briefly, but as soon as he comes back, we'll talk about that. Mr. Hammond, we're going to take care of it, and we're going to try to take care of it where you don't have to come to court. All right. Robert Valdez on Renee Garza. Has all the paperwork been completed?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right. We shall see. I'm going to send you and your client to a breakout room, and the clerks will let you know if they have the paperwork.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Garza, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 with your attorney.
Thank you.
And Robert, if you can go to breakout room number 1, please.
Yes.
And Brenda, we're going to take Mr. Robert Vaquera up.
Okay.
Mr. Vaquera, if you could unmute, please.
I'm gonna go back in, just click
And who is the prosecutor who's working on this?
All right.
I can take the plea, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Or temperature checks.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 0150, State of Texas versus Robert Vaquera. We're gonna have parties announced for the record, please, for the state.
Laura Menzel.
For the defense.
Thomas Taylor?
Are you Mr. Vaquera?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, ma'am.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Vaquera, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video Conferencing. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review that discovery with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Vaquera, I'm showing you a document entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Do.
State, it appears you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Vaquera, I'm showing you a document entitled Court's Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with assault, family second? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, I did.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Vaquera, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 4 years in the prison. The state opposes your application for community supervision and deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration NIMAC number 598374. There is an affirmative finding of family violence, the BIPP course, no possession of firearms, and $100 to an approved family violence center. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
None.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that you have no contact with Margarita Lopez. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
At this time, we offer States Exhibit 1 and attachments.
Any objections?
None.
Mr. Vaquero, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence, excuse me. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Defense, are you waiving PSI or do you wish to proceed?
We would like to proceed to PSI, Your Honor.
All right, Norman, could I have a date for them to come back, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me one moment.
And I also have a request for personal bond pending sentencing, Your Honor, please.
All right, that will be denied. The defendant does not qualify for a PR bond based upon his criminal history and based upon the governor's directive.
We asked maybe for a lower bond. Right now, the bond is 45,000. We asked for much lower bond. The complaining witness has called me repeatedly, telling me they have separate places to live at.
All right, if you'll file a motion, just let Ms. Ferguson know and we'll set that for a hearing.
And it's March 24th, Judge.
All right, Mr. Vaquero, on March 24th, I'll make a decision on your application based upon the PSI report that's presented to me and any other evidence that I received. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Probation will meet you there and give you the information that you need. Rebecca, if you go to breakout room number 1, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there Jordan Brown or Marcus Sanders on HEQ's client?
Judge, I did talk to Tom and he will excuse my client's video.
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. I dropped off too early. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So here's the other question. the clerk will still need to swear your client in.
No. Judge, can you please send him to breakout room 1? It looks like he doesn't know how. Or hasn't
All
done
right,
it.
Mr. Vaquera, you need to go to breakout room number 1. All right, Normie, can you get a deputy to help him go to number 1, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Hiku, if you'll get your client on the phone so that the clerk can swear him in. Thank you.
Oh, oh no, I can't do FaceTime.
And Robert, if you can come in and swear Mr. Hammond in, please.
I think he sees me trying to call him.
All right, Mr. Hammond, if you'll answer the phone for your attorney, please.
Hello?
Thank you. Yes.
Hello?
Judge, what seat is Mr. Vaquero in?
He's C2.
C2?
Now?
Yes.
It seems like his microphone's working now.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Is it
I
working?
think I heard something.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, Mr. Hammond, I think your microphone is working now.
But where is?
Okay, ma'am.
Oh,
All right,
Can you hear
awesome.
me?
Don't touch anything else. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Don't touch anything.
oh,
All right,
there.
Robert, can you swear him in, please?
Yeah. Mr. Hammond, can you raise your right hand? And you are Robert Hammond, the defendant listed in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have here with me the court admonishments as well as the court stipulations. Did your attorney explain these documents to you, and is everything listed true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
It's also your desire to enter into a plea today and waive your right to a jury trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, sir. Go to put your hand down now.
All right, Mr. Hammond, we're going to be right with you. Don't touch anything, okay? All right,
Yes, ma'am.
Robert Valdez. Who is the prosecutor working on Robert Valdez's client?
Marcus,
Okay. And Hiku, after we finish this plea, I'll take your client up. All right, Mr. Garza, can you unmute, please? Court is
Yes, ma'am.
2019 CR 13241, State of Texas versus Renee Garza Jr. If I could have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense.
Robert A. Valdez,
And are you Mr. Garza?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Defense?
none from the defense, Your Honor.
Mr. Garza, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review that discovery with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garza, I'm showing you the document entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do indeed, yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Garza, I'm going to show you a document entitled Court Admonishment and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand what you're charged with is driving while intoxicated third or more? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, he is, Your Honor.
Mr. Garza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision. And there's $60 restitution to SAPD for the blood testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, one correction.
It should be $1,000 fine.
Do you understand it was a $1,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
All right, just one moment, off the record. Mr. Castillo, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Could Jordan Brown or one of the prosecutors go breakout room number 1 for Attorney Castillo? All right, we're back on the record. Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition, 150 hours of community service restitution, DWI intervention, DIP live, 2-year Texas driver's license suspension, and ignition interlock for half the term. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, the state offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No
Any
objection.
objections? Mr. Garza, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulations of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Garza has had a awakening by being in jail there for the 20 days that you've sentenced him because of a violation. And I think that we've had some serious discussions, and I think that he gets it, that he should not, and especially now that he is on probation, that he should not consume any alcohol at all. And I believe that 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 he will abide and be a model probationer if the court will follow the plea bargain agreement. We would ask also that the ignition lock has been locked. Mr. Garza lives in Houston. He will have to go to Houston and then bring a tow truck and take the car back over there so that they can unlock the ignition lock. So it might be a week or so before he can get all this done. In the meantime, we would ask the court to, I think the court has reviewed, the PR bond people went and talked to him. I would hope that the court has, I don't know if he, in the meantime, since the court has sentenced him today, if that will be necessary. But I think that we would ask the court to allow him to go back so he can get back to work and get this thing back straightened out.
All right, are you requesting that his probation be transferred or no?
Yes.
All right, and where would it be transferred?
To Houston, Harris County, where he lives. And works.
Mr. Garza, do you have any children?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
22, 21, 13, and 9 months.
Wow.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 4 years. Going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's a $1,000 fine that will be probated. Restitution of $60 to SAPD for blood tests. 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition. DWI intervention. DIP live. 2-year Texas driver's license suspension. Ignition interlock for half the term, intensive outpatient treatment with probation, transfer to Harris County, proof of employment within 30 days of release, parenting classes, regular Zoom reporting. Mr. Garza, if you're unable to report by Zoom, then you will have to report in person. 150 hours community service restitution, or you can pay $7.25 per hour to the San Antonio Food Bank or to a food bank that's in Harris County. Rebecca, is there anything else he needs?
No, ma'am. Did you get the drug test? Did you want to do drug tests?
Yes. There'll be random UAs. And Mr. Garza, it goes without saying you're not allowed to drink alcohol while on probation. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand 100%.
All right, I'm showing you a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Garza, this is very serious. And it's obvious to me that you have a major problem with drinking, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be in custody right now. And there's a reason you're in custody, because you were previously on bond. You understand?
I understand,
So it
Your
would
Honor.
probably be best for you not to have any alcohol in your home whatsoever. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when I say no drinking, that means no drinking. No drinking at home, no drinking at family celebrations. You are not allowed to take a drop of alcohol. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do not want to hear that your ignition interlock is positive because you're drinking NyQuil or doing mouthwash. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. With that, we'll close the record. I'm going to send you to a breakout room, Mr. Garza. And probation will meet you there. And probation, if you'll just remain here for a moment before you go?
Yes, ma'am. And I also wanted to let you know that the previous defendant, they were switching his computer, so he might be logging back in.
All right, he's in number one. And Mr. Garza, could you go to breakout room number 1, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and the next person up is going to be Robert Lee Hammond. Who's the prosecutor who's on this?
Can I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you're excused. Thank you, Mr. Valdez. Thank you for your patience. Who's the prosecutor on Hammond?
Jordan did the paperwork. He's probably familiar with it.
Judge, could I interrupt? Breakout room number 1 wasn't ADA Jordan Brown. It was the jail.
Oh, yes. If you will please just wait there, Jordan will meet you there, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Judge, the defendant.
And yeah, I know.
Probation
And
case is open there.
Mr. Castillo, he went there too soon. Laura Mental.
Does Jordan need me to take the plea for him so he can go confer?
I have no idea what he wants to talk about, so it's just a regular conference. So I can go after, or somebody else can go, and I'll do the plea now.
Okay, however you guys want to do it, let me know. And Norma, could you go to breakout room number 1, please, to make sure the defendants are not chatting unnecessarily? All right, court is calling 2021 CR 0379, State of Texas versus Robert Leon Hammond. If you have parties announced for the record, please, for the state.
Laura Metzler for the state.
For the defense.
PQ Lee.
Okay, so who's doing this? Is it Jordan Brown or is it going to be you, Laura?
It's whoever wants. I'm just trying to be helpful, Judge. I can go.
Oh, no, that's fine. But if you're going to do it, then there we go. I don't know what's happening today. I think Jordan may be frozen.
Oh.
All right. So for the defense.
PQ Lee for the defense.
And are you Mr. Hammond?
Mr. Hammond?
Yes. We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, ma'am.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hammond, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review that discovery with your client?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Hammond, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, it appears that you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Hammond, I'm going to show you a document entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
What you're charged with is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, he
I
has.
believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him.
Yes, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do believe that.
Mr. Hammond, I'm going to show you a document entitled Plea Bargain Page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Off the record for a moment, Rebecca, I'm not going to need you for this case, so you can go to breakout room number 1.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Back on the record. According to the plea bargaining agreement, your punishment is to be assessed as a Class A misdemeanor punishment with a state jail felony conviction under 12.44 Penal Code. State is requesting that that punishment be assessed at 4 days in the Bexar County Jail, and there are no applications for community supervision or deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement, Mr. Hammond?
Yes, ma'am.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is a plea bargain agreement.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Hammond, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then Mr. Hammond to the offense as charged. And then indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
We offer State's Exhibit 1 and attachments.
No objections.
Mr. Hammond, I'm going to show you a document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, Mr. Hammonds, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hammond, the court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 4 days in the Bexar County Jail under 12.44 of the Penal Code, and the court will show that this judgment is satisfied. Is there anything with regards to sentencing from either party?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hammond, I'm going to show you a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Hammond, how old are you?
56.
All right, Mr. Hammond, here's the thing. If you have another drug case, you may be in another court, it may be another prosecutor, you may have another attorney. You will have no control really over what happens, except for whether you accept a plea or whether you go to jury trial. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have a drug problem, and it appears that you may do, you need to consider getting help. There are NA meetings, AA meetings all over San Antonio. If you don't, in my experience, one or two things happen to people who won't stop using drugs. They end up in the hospital, they die, or either they end up rotating in and out of prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Hammond.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You're excused.
All right.
All right, Ms. Lee, you're excused. Thanks for your patience.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. All right, Christine.
Your Honor, we ran into some technical difficulties. I have my client on speakerphone. She was kicked off her internet connection and has not been able to log back in.
All right, if she wants to, she can come tomorrow and we'll complete the plea and she can come in the courtroom. Norma, is that okay if she comes tomorrow? Is that a room available on the docket for a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what's your client's name, please?
Emily Rowland, Your Honor.
All right, so what we'll do is she can be in the court or either she can be on Zoom and we'll recall it for tomorrow for a plea.
Thank you, Your Honor. And will that be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.?
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Brenda Levinstein, who's your client?
Emily Casillas.
All right, what I will do is I'll give her till tomorrow. So if you can see if you can find her and I'll recall it for tomorrow.
Okay. Will someone send me the Zoom, I guess?
Yes, you'll receive the Zoom link.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're excused. And all right, David Castillo. What is happening? You're on mute.
Judge, I did confer with Mr. Marcus Sanders regarding the plea bargain. I looked for my client as a participant. I don't see her. She texted me earlier that she was in the waiting room, but I had given her the incorrect ID for March 1st.
That's okay. We'll recall it for tomorrow, okay?
Okay, Judge.
All right, see you tomorrow at 9.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, Norma, any update on Jody Sawyers?
That case was dismissed.
Okay, thank you. Does it show on the
Judge,
system?
what case is that?
It is 2020 CR 3568.
3568.
Because I think she was supposed to plea on a case in February and a county court case.
Is it 6538?
Yes. No, 3568.
3568.
Yes.
Auditory dyslexia. Okay, that case is dismissed, Judge.
Okay. All right. And then the last person we have on the docket is Manuel Rose. Whose client is that?
That was Guyona, I think. Guyona had Rose and Ronhell. And then did Ronhell not come over?
He is in quarantine.
They said he brought him over for a attorney-client conference yesterday. So I don't know, is there like a quarantine conference area or are they just not following the rules?
I
don't know.
No idea.
Okay. Yeah. So we talked and I did the paperwork on Ronhell because he had done that yesterday. We assumed he was on quarantine. But Rose, I made an offer. This is one Guyona said he's not had any contact with him. He said he thinks there's mental health issues. So the only person he's talked to is his son, and he sent the link to his son. I don't know if he actually formally got a reset or not, but
we're going to recall it for tomorrow. Norma, on Manuel Rose, let's just recall that for tomorrow. And if you can let Mr. Guyana know, I'll give him till tomorrow to get in contact with his client. Okay. All right. And with that, guys, Brenna, am I going to jinx this? I don't know. But, oh, and look at Laura doing some sort of happy dance. All right. So from looking at the docket, my understanding is that we are done and it's 12:05. Usually we're on till, 2 o'clock. So
we're on until 12:30 or 1 before the break. So
yes.
We're done before we're taking a break typically.
Yes. So I'm like, way. So I'm going to stop live stream. I hope people are enjoying the day. It is so bright and beautiful outside. All right. Oh, and I forgot, it's supposed to be year of the International Women's, I think the International Women's Day was yesterday, but I think it should be celebrated the entire month. So of course, the number one international woman in my life is my mom. So happy Internationals Day, Mom. All right. All right, with that, we're going to stop live stream. And everybody, be sure and say happy Internationals Day to the woman in your life, Beatrice.